Both Bitcoin and Ethereum prices have been plummeting this week after enjoying parabolic gains. Francis Hunt of MarketSniper.com is here with me now to explain more. Hello to you. Thank you for coming into the studio today. The question has to be, quite simply, why?
Well, I think you can encapsulate it a little bit at yourself, Katie, in that it has been parabolic. Like anything, market's actually a reflection of human emotion. And what tends to happen is we wait for a reason when everyone gets a little bit scared. They're looking down and there's more to lose than there might be to potentially gain. We had the Fed rate hike, which might have been slightly unexpected. This is a realm which considered an alternative potential currency realm, which has been doing very well against fiat currencies. And we'd gone very parabolic. We stopped just shy of that 3,000 mark. Bitcoin is the boss, and Bitcoin has a few structural issues as well that are starting to come up. The scaling argument is very, very interesting, and there's a possibility of what's known as a fork in the industry. In other words, a coin split. In other words, there's a divergence of view in how it should be run. So these sort of things, these structural developments, as this gets really big and strong, starts to weigh on a coin that's just had a major parabolic run.
What's going to happen now then? Is this run going to continue, or do you think that it will recover somewhat?
Absolutely. Very good question, by the way. As a technician and chartist as well, we've seen on your chart, if you're going to be referring to it later, we've seen quite a decent hammer after what I'd call it a sort of 20 to 22% at its worst fall for Bitcoin. By referring to that, I would say that looks like we're getting a little bit of a bid. Other technicians that like to get really geeky, there's a kind of a very steep falling wedge, which we might be getting the little pop back up. So it looks like a rally for now. Interestingly, though, the supports come in at that 2,000 level. If you see the previous dip, we dipped just in and around, just running the 2,000 level, and now the lows of that hammer are. So there's kind of a range. We failed at the 3. We've found support twice at the 2. So you've got that as a range. So if you've got range traders in your book, they might want to keep an eye on developments there as well.
Ethereum. What do you do right now? Should you be diversifying into other digital currencies, or should you just be diversifying your portfolio? How do you play this?
Very good question. How do I play this game? I think I take half a step back and I say, is this just a fad and is it going away, or is this really something that's here to stay and is going to expand? I'm in the latter camp. In other words, the whole crypto realm is potentially a money transfer network, it's a payment system, and it's a store of value. That's 3 very useful things. We get our precious metal bulls, but you can't pop a coin in the post with the same security that you can do crypto. I don't think this is going away. We're getting into smart contracts, legal. This is almost like Internet 2.0 all over again. To some people, the Internet was just a different fax machine, a new way of faxing stuff over. They failed to understand that. There isn't going to be just one winner, just as there wasn't in the Internet. That whole .com boom, which people refer to as oh, it's a bust and it's a boom, actually spawned Amazon, spawned Google, spawned real big unicorns. And I think we're in something very similar now. So the game is certainly to be in the game, first of all. And then you tend to get almost a fork in strategies. You get what's known as the HODL crowd, which is the HODL, hold on for dear life. This just implies and plays to the fact that this is a really volatile asset class. Because it's expanding so quickly and abruptly, it defies belief at times, so there's hard sell-offs. The volatility measure is high. My personal feeling is that most traders should be exceedingly conservative with leverage. Another issue and a little landmine that people can stand on is that the exchanges had a denial of service attack and that fell over. And what tends to happen is then no new bids orders can come in, and then you have a few people that are bottom fishing, which have got big orders, and you get massive gap downs, people shaken out. So things like stops, very, very dangerous. How do you not trade with stops? So you've just got to be completely deleveraged if there's not stops or they're exceptionally deep. So those are some of the booby traps. Stay in the game. My word on the street in the altcoin community that I'm around is that there's going to be potentially $1 trillion of fiat moving into the crypto market during 2018. So just imagine, as we're only on 100 billion market cap, the possible potential in that. Stay in the game. Don't get shaken out.
And hold on for dear life, as she says.
Hold on for dear life.
All right, Francis Hunt, thank you very much indeed. Talking about Bitcoin today.